Hey guys, Ozzy here. So before the video starts, I just wanted to say, make sure you guys join my Discord server. I have a lot of amazing fun things planned in the future, just from rating headers, free PSDs that I'll be making and I'll be giving out to you guys for free. Yeah, just a lot of just amazing things planned in the future, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. Feel free to message me. I'm always down to just help you guys when it comes to your design work and teaching new designers, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys here. And let's get straight into the tutorial. Hey guys, I just wanted to say before the video starts, I do apologize for the super long video, but I do highly recommend watching it because you'll learn a lot of cool things when it comes to your headers. Just some stuff from shadows, a cool rim light effect, and just a lot of stuff like that. Also, if you guys can, go ahead and check out the new pack I just released. I highly recommend it. For just 20 bucks, you'll get a whole bunch of renders, 500 plus premium fonts, a brush pack that has blood brushes, cloud brushes, everything you can think of, 245 plus CCs, gradients, 3D text tutorials, 2D text is customizable, and yeah, just a whole bunch of good stuff like that. And yeah, let's get straight into the tutorial. Alright guys, so first thing I want you to do is go ahead and get your render. I'm gonna get my render right here. The link to all the assets and everything will be on my Discord in the link below. Go ahead and put that right there for now. Then I'm gonna move all these out the way. Next, go ahead and go to view, new guide, 50%. And then view, new guide, vertical, 50%. All right, after that, go ahead and just get your text tool, make your text. And for the sake of the tutorial, I'm gonna go ahead and name it name. Go ahead and change the color to match your render. The link to the font will be in the description. Put it to bold. Alright. So whenever you make your headers, guys, you always want to make your text in a way match your render. So next what I'm going to do is go ahead and scale it up a bit more. Then after that, I'm going to go ahead and make a copy layer. Drop that under. And then go ahead and make that this color. So you can go ahead, I'll leave a link in the description for this color wheel right here. It is $14, but it is worth the money because it shows all your complementary colors. Let's go ahead and put that right there. And then next I want you guys to make a new layer. Then you want to make your background black. Go ahead and get fill that with black. Actually, I think I'll make it make a solid color. And then go ahead and grab, I don't want a dark tone, but I like right. Here's right good. All right. And then next, what we're gonna do is go ahead and go back to our text layer, blending options, make a stroke, make sure it's white, put it on inside. All right, next after that, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this layer because I'm into what I'm gonna do is go ahead and hit skew, drag this over just a bit, about right there. I'm gonna scale that up a bit more. And then I'm gonna go ahead and copy that layer again, drop it on the bottom, make it this color, and then turn off the stroke. And then go ahead and turn off your rulers. Next, after that, go ahead and position everything kind of where you want it a little bit. Yeah, I think I'd like that. Maybe like right here, and then this right here. Put that right there for now. And then next, go ahead and Control J. Delete your effects off that text layer. And then scale this up. And if you want to scale it up like that, guys, go ahead and hit Alt Shift. And then you can scale it up into one axis. And then do that. And then next, what I want you guys to do is go ahead and drag this over. Say about right there. And then next, what I want you guys to do is the same thing. Resize type, erase the layer. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out. Cut. And grab this layer, drop it behind the render. And then go ahead and erase this a bit because there's extra stuff over here. Convert that to a smart object. Hit skew again. Tilt it a bit more. All right, right there should be good. Maybe a little bit over. Right there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go in here because I noticed that I have some extra white parts that I don't need. I'm gonna go ahead and delete those. Hit save. It's always good to work in smart objects, guys, so you can go in and fix whatever you need. And then I'm gonna get these layers, drop it above the top text right here. And then next, what I want you guys to do is go ahead and go back to your text and Control T, skew. Maybe get both of them. Control T, hit skew again. Put that about right there. Next, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and scale this up. All right, guys, and then after that, go ahead and make a rectangle. Aim out that big. Chop it behind your render. Control T. And then angle it about right. I'd say about right there. And then we're gonna go ahead and drop this layer behind our render as well. And then behind this. And then go ahead and copy this, Control J. Move that up. Put that about right there. I'd say that looks good. Tilt it a bit more. Grab my color. And if you guys want this color, this is the hexadecimal code. And then for the orange color, this is this one. All right, next what I'm gonna do is go ahead and go here. Blending options, gradient overlay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab a gradient. Pick that one right there. The hexadecimal codes are 186388 or you can read it right here. And then for this one, it's 00D8FF. All right, next one I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and grab this, put it over here, tilt it, right there, make it smaller to give it some depth. And then I'm gonna go ahead and change this color because I want maybe a little bit darker. Go here, go back to this letter, copy this layer style, paste layer style. Then what we're gonna do next is go ahead and add a Japanese text. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put Aussie Designs. It doesn't matter what you put. Sometimes I like to put the character's name, or I just put my name. And then I'm gonna go back to the text layers, take T, make a text, Control V. You can get all these fonts that I have right here in a pack that I had made. Like that one right there. And then next what I'm going to do is go ahead and make some circles. So make a new layer. Say about right there. Make a new layer. Make it white. Turn your hardness all the way up. Go ahead and turn that all the way up too, so it's not like that. And then click. And then go ahead and hit Control J, Control T. And you want to scale that down to your liking. I like it right, maybe a little smaller, about right there. And then we're gonna go ahead and make these right here. Make a new layer. Go to your brush. Go into your special effects brushes. Click that one right there. Make it cyan. Here's the hexadecimal code if y'all need it. And then go ahead and just click right there. Go back to this color. Say about right there is good. And then go ahead and move that over. And then go back here. We're gonna make another shape. Go back to your brush. Go to white. Say about right there is good. Make sure you're on hard brush. You can find these in your general brushes. Click here. And we're gonna drag that above our text layer. This one right here. And then next after that, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. Put that right about there. Scale it down a bit. Go ahead and cut that so I can move it over. Cut that. Drag that about right there so it's more centered. Back here. Gonna move that right here. It's always good to lay out your design first, guys, before you even start your effects, but sometimes you can go in and make the effects you need if you need to. But this is just a simple header design, so just doing this kind of quick for you guys just so you can go ahead and slow down the video if y'all need to. I'm gonna hit skew. That over about right there. So what I'm doing right now, guys, is kind of just giving the shape some depth to everything. And then gonna go ahead and find this layer right here. Make a new layer, get my brush tool again. Make it white. Actually, we're gonna make it this color right here. Scale that down a bit. Make it right there. Gonna move that up. Gonna put that about right there. Alright guys, so next what we're gonna do is go ahead and go back to the bottom again. Make some more white shapes, some white circles. Grab that, grab white, grab the white color. Make a circle right here. Then I'm gonna go ahead and grab this rectangle. Move that down about right there. Stay right there, looks good. Alright, so next, go ahead and go behind your render. We're gonna make another circle. Grab the orange color. I'm gonna make it just about the right size to where it's like behind her head and her hair. Say about right there. Should be good. And now what we're gonna do, guys, is go ahead and go back to this white layer, Control J, scale this down. I'd say about right there is good. Alright, now what we're gonna do, guys, is go ahead and go to this layer right here, back layer. And then we're gonna go ahead and make a new layer. And then go to our polygon lasso tool. Then we're gonna go ahead and fill these in so we can make it 3D. Go ahead and hit Alt backspace. And now what we're doing, guys, is pretty much filling all these in right here. I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up real quick so it doesn't take too long for you guys. Now that we got that done, guys, we're gonna go ahead and go to our bottom layer again. Go to our brush tool. Grab this orange color. And we're gonna make it about right there. And we're gonna go ahead and drag that above here, above the rectangle layer. Say. Next, we're gonna go ahead and grab our text color. Make a new layer. Put that right there. So basically what we're doing now, guys, is just building everything up. And I apologize if I'm going way too fast. I'm trying not to make the tutorial too long for you guys. Next, what you're gonna do is go ahead and make a rectangle. See about that size. Make sure it's the same color as your text. I'm gonna go ahead and drag that all the way over. Alt click, move that down. Move that a little more too. Say about right there. I'm gonna drag this out to where it's almost touching your circle. Also make sure these layers are underneath your text layer. Right there. Control J again. Move that down. Make it skinnier. Say about right there is good. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and go here again, find out where this layer is. Make a new layer above it. I'm gonna grab our brush tool again, make another circle, make sure it's this color, this orange. Then I'm gonna drag that underneath our rectangle layer. All right, so after that, I'm gonna go ahead and make this a bit skinnier. Go back to our text layers. Group these layers together. Make sure that's underneath. We're gonna merge these layers. So now we have our back extrusion. And then go ahead and hit Control T. Move it up just a bit. About right there. Maybe scale it down just a tad. Go ahead and move that down a bit. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move this down a bit. Okay, about right there. All right, so now what we're gonna do is go behind our render layer and then behind our text layer, so right here. Now we're gonna grab our rectangle tool, make a rectangle behind here, make sure it's orange. I'm gonna drag it behind our, should be this layer right here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and separate this whenever we start doing the colors and everything, so, and all the effects and the glows. All right, so what we're gonna do now is go ahead and go here, go to our exposure, create a clipping mask, and the reason we're using exposure, guys, is because whenever it comes to just blending your colors together, it looks a lot better, and you'll see why here in a second. Go ahead and hit Control I, and then we're gonna make our hardness down. And you see how it just looks a lot better than it would if you were using like just a new layer and then just using a separate color. Instead of that, you're making, this is how your color is supposed to blend together, just like this. And then we're gonna go ahead and add some here, add some about right there. You see how that already looks a lot better, like just out there, looks good. And next what we're gonna do is go ahead and go to these, same thing, exposure, get a clipping mask, brighten it up, right there, Control I. Tad bit because you don't want it to blend in too much. Maybe none right there. Don't put any right there. After that, what we're gonna do next is go to our top layer. Same thing, exposure. Go to clipping mask. Turn that up. Control I again. And the way this works, guys, is it's basically inverting the colors. So if you're ever on black layer, on the black layer, you want to use your white because it'll appear, as you can see there, if you notice it. And then if you use black, it makes everything disappear. So it's like erasing it. It's a better way of doing everything. All right, so go ahead and add just a hint of color here. Just a little bit, not too much. You don't need too much. All right, so next what we're gonna do is go ahead and go behind our background layer, our back, make a new layer. Go to your brush, make sure your hardness is all the way down. You wanna grab our orange color and just make a little glow, just like that. And then see what I want to make it. See, right there is good. Go ahead and make it a lighter color. And then we're gonna go over here, grab our other color. All right there. Just a little bit more, not too much. So what it is, guys, is basically just a bunch of exposure and then making sure some of the lighting matches how the basically our surrounding light looks. So I have orange here, so what I want is kind of some orange tint right here, so we can do that by doing our exposure layer. Just a hint of orange, just like we did with everything else. Turn that up about right there. Control I. And then go ahead and go to our polygon lasso tool again. And we're just gonna basically make an edge for this. It's almost like making a shadow, but the opposite effect. Right there. Control D. Go ahead and erase that because I don't want that right there. And then now what we're gonna do is basically just keep on doing that right here. Fill these in. Just a hint right there. Lower our flow just a bit because we don't want too much, maybe 18. As you can already see, it kind of gives it that look of like the lighting's hitting it. And now what we're gonna do is go ahead and just do that for the rest of them. Hey guys, if you made it this far, I just want to thank you guys so much. It means the world to me. I love teaching you guys and just teaching new designers how to improve when it comes to designing. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let the video play through some more, and I'll see you whenever it's done. Alright guys, so now that we have that, I'm gonna go ahead and go to our text layer right here, convert it to a smart object, make a new layer, make a new exposure layer, my bad. Same thing, create a clipping mask, resize type, and then go ahead and same thing, we're gonna make it brighter, Control I. And then we're just gonna go ahead and add a hint of orange on the bottom, like a brighter orange, so it matches our text above. Just a little bit, not too much. All right, after that, guys, we're gonna go ahead and do that to our shapes. Go here, new exposure, create a clipping mask, brighten it up about right there. Control I. Same thing, guys. Just some brightness. All right, there's good. I'm gonna go ahead and do that for the rest of these shapes right here. This one, this one, this one, and then we're gonna do it for these as well. So basically, we're just gonna add some effects, and I'll be right back once I do these real quick. Hey guys, while I'm brushing this in, I do want to say near the end of the video, I will be showing you guys 2 changes that I made to the design. So far right now, just go ahead and follow along and you'll see it near the end. Alright guys, now that we did that, we're gonna go ahead and go to our white layers. Make a new layer, clipping mask. Grab our orange, do that one right here. And we're just gonna lightly blend it to where it almost looks like the light's bouncing off of it from here. So it gives us that just more spherical shape. Now we're gonna do it to this one. Okay, new layer, clipping mask again. Make our brush smaller. And go ahead and do that for the rest of them now. But for this one, guys, we're gonna go ahead and do a bluer tone or a blue color. Create a clipping mask. Get our light here. So now it looks like the light's bouncing off from this to here. Now we're gonna go from this one. Same thing, guys. New layer, create a clipping mask. For this one, since I have a light source up here, I'm gonna go ahead and make it on this side of the sphere. New layer, clipping mask. Right there is good. Alright guys, so next what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and go to here. Go back to my brush. Put my flow up to like 40. And just add a little bit of a glow right there. And then also guys, while y'all are making this, y'all can go ahead and add some more stuff to the background, whatever y'all want. The PSD will be in my Discord. So yeah, just if you want this PSD, it's free in my Discord. All right, next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and go to our circles. And then I'm gonna apply this effect that I have pre-saved, and I'll show you guys how to make it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go into our blending options. And then we're gonna go ahead and change this to our text color. Go here, change this as well. Now we're gonna go back here. Okay, everything's good. So pretty much it's just a cyan color. You can go ahead and copy the hexadecimal code right here. Same thing. And then for our drop shadow, we're gonna go ahead and make the size lower. And then move it up about right there. Maybe a little less, a little bit to the right. Right there should be good. So now it looks like it's separated from the text layer, just to give everything some depth. Go ahead and do it for this one. But instead for this one, I'm gonna leave it the colors I have it, so just an orange. So go ahead and copy that right here. Same thing for both. And then for the drop shadow, we're gonna go ahead and leave it for these settings. Same thing for this, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and paste the layer style. My apologies. I'm gonna put it right here. Go to our inner glow. Change it to a cyan or text color. Drop shadow. The size a little less. Right there. Alright guys, so next thing we're going to do is go ahead and add the same effect. So go to one of the circles, copy that, the blue one, go to our text layer, this one right here, paste it on there, and then we're going to go ahead and go to our drop shadow. And you can have that on if y'all want, but I think it would look better without it. You go to our inner outer glow, should be this one. We're going to just lower the opacity a bit, lower the size. Just to your liking, whatever you want to do. And then we're going to copy that. Go ahead and paste it onto this layer. convert this to a rasterized layer style, so it's no longer a smart object. Paste layer style, and that should be good where it is right now. And then after that, what we want is to add a little bit of depth to our character, so like just a drop shadow. So actually what I'm gonna do first is go back to this circle right here, go to exposure, create a clipping mask. Same thing, guys. I'm gonna just brighten that up. Control I again. Just add a bit right here. Here should be good. Glow right there. All right. And then now what we're gonna do is go ahead and make another exposure. Create a clipping mask again. This time we're gonna go dark. Control I. Go back to our brush tool. Then we're just gonna add like a shadow, almost just a separator from it. And then we're gonna go here just a little bit. You don't need too much, just a tad. Right. Maybe just some here if you want, wherever looks nice to y'all. All right. Then after that, what we're gonna do is go to our left text layer, make a dark exposure, create a clipping mask, lower it, Control I again, back to our brush tool. But now we're gonna add almost like a drop shadow, give her a shadow right here to separate her. Right there, looks good. All right, now we're gonna go to our rectangle layer, make an exposure above it, create a clipping mask. Same thing, guys. Drop down the exposure, make it dark. So we're gonna add shadows right here. Control I. This should be good. Add some there. All right, then after that, go ahead and go to these layers. Blending options, drop shadow, make sure it's on 90, go here, scale the size, make it a little lower, be good. Go back to this layer, the top one, blending options, drop shadow again, make sure it's converted to flipped over to -90. Size a bit. After that, we're gonna go to this one. Same thing, guys. Drop shadow. Be good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys how to do shadows and highlights now, and it's a quick way to do it, guys, and it just looks amazing on any of your designs. So go back to your render, go to curves. It's very simple, guys. All you want to do is just create a clipping mask, lower it down to where it looks good for you. So go right there. A little more. Then we're gonna hit Control I, invert it. Make sure our flow for our brush tool is on 20. Maybe a little more, a little lower. 6. Alright, go back here. And what we're gonna do, guys, is basically just add shadows. Like in these curves, you see how like her skirt is like crunched up right here? So normally in those spots you want to put a little darker, but for the sake of the tutorial, you want to just make it look as good as possible. So what we're doing right now is most of the lighting's over here. So I'm gonna make sure all the shadow hits more here in this area. So right here, gonna be shadow. Some shadows here. Alright guys, so now you can see what adding shadows does to your renders. It makes your renders look a lot better, especially when it comes to your scenes. And now what I'm going to do is go ahead and show you guys a cool way to add a rim light to your renders. Alright guys, so what we're going to do is go ahead and make a new layer. Get our bucket tool. Make sure our color is on black. Fill that in. Next, after that, we're going to do is go ahead and make a gradient map. Then you can go ahead and change it to whatever you want from here. So make sure this layer is always black. And then go ahead and change it to this, whatever you want. If you want this color gradient, all you have to do is go ahead and go into the PSD and you will find it in the gradient map right here. Make sure this is this color or whatever color you want it. Hit control, well, actually we're gonna leave that white. Now we're gonna make a group layer. Drag these two layers inside. Make sure this is on linear dodge add. And the reason I said to always make sure your gradient's on black right here is because if you have it like this, it will affect it. So you want to make sure this is black. And then make sure your brush is always white too whenever it comes to whenever you're basically adding your rim light. Now what we're gonna do is, all we gotta do guys is make a new layer. Come here. Make sure you're on white. And you can already see that it adds a cool glow effect. So now what we're gonna do is go ahead and Alt, click our render so it adds a clipping mask around it. Then we're gonna go ahead and just add a rim light. So I don't like that purple right there, so what I'm gonna do is go ahead and make it a little more blue to match the color of her ability. That right there. Go back to your layer. Just keep adding your rim light. So whenever you're doing this, you always want to think about where the light's hitting. So some here. That's how you add a rim light to your render, guys. And if you need to, you can just go in here, lower down the flow or the opacity. Just a quick and simple way to add a rim light to your designs, which looks really nice. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go in here real quick because I noticed that I missed some of that. So now all we gotta do is just come over here, back to this layer. We're gonna add a shadow because we have lighting coming here. So curves adjustment, create a clipping mask, lower that down, Control I again. Basically add a shadow from left to right. You see our lighting coming from here, so we're just gonna go ahead and just do that. Look how much better that already looks. So if you want, you can go ahead and add it into these as well. You want to just add some shadows onto these. Go ahead and do that real quick. It's always good to go in and make sure you do most of the stuff in your design with shadow. Just makes everything look a lot better. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to this layer. Make a drop shadow. Make sure it's angled right here. Add a drop shadow here. Alright guys, so we're gonna add a drop shadow on this one. And then I'm gonna show you a quick way that I like to add my drop shadows. So if we go to 90, put it to 90. Go here. Gonna move that over just a tad right there. Alright, so what I like to do, guys, is hit Control J, take off the drop shadow on the top layer, go back to our bottom layer, make a layer mask, Control I, and then I like to turn off the top layer, or you can have it on, either one's good. And then we're just basically gonna make it appear. I'm actually gonna turn that on. So make it appear right here. It's just another way of adding shadows without having to actually do it yourself. As you can see, there's shadow there now. Now we're gonna add our drop shadow here. 90. Size low, out there. Add another drop shadow here. And I apologize if I am going fast, guys. This tutorial will be really long, but I'm gonna try to cut it up as much as possible so that it's not too long. So there, lower the opacity, give it a little more depth, and then after that, guys, you can also, if you want, guys, go ahead and add just from all this that I've shown y'all. You can go ahead and add more in the background if y'all want, but for the sake of the tutorial, I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it as is, and it's basically just a simplistic header, guys, and that's pretty much all it is. And now I'm going to show you guys how to do camera raw filter. So what you're going to do now is go ahead and click your top layer, go to the bottom layer, Control G, make sure these are off, your lock layers. All right, there we go. Yeah, highlight everything, Control G, Control J, then we're going to hit Control E. Next, what I want y'all to do is grab y'all's rectangular marquee tool, and you want to highlight everything and then hit Control Cut. So what this is going to do is delete everything from your surrounding area and the outer edges, so that whenever you go into camera raw filter, you don't have to worry about seeing that. Now create a smart object, go to camera raw filter, and then what we're going to do is go to our light, and then actually I want you guys to turn on this so that way we have a before and after. So I'm going to turn our exposure up just a tad, lower our higher our contrast just to give it some darkness, mess with our highlights a bit. So whenever you mess with your camera raw filter, guys, you kind of just want to eyeball it, and whatever looks nice to you, just go ahead and do that. Go down to color, gonna play with our vibrance slider a bit. I like to add a lot of vibrance to mine just because I think it makes the designs look really clean, and not too much vibrance, just enough to where you can see the difference. Yeah, so about right there. I'm gonna go to effects now, add a bit of texture, a little bit of clarity, and so the dehaze if you guys need it. Go down to your curves, lower that just a bit, go down to color mixer. Gonna mess with my reds because I think it looks nice. So what color mixer does is it allows you to basically mess with any color you want in your design. So I'm just gonna give it a little more red, right there. And I think that should be good. I think I have everything to my liking. So you're gonna go ahead and hit OK. As you can see the difference. All right, so another thing I want you guys to do is go ahead and go back in, because I forgot to mention. Turn this layer off, and then change this to the text color, and then turn this layer back on. But I want you guys to go ahead and make it black by hitting X. Delete this. Flip it back to white by hitting X again. Lower your flow. And then just add on your light right here. I think this color right here is a little better than the last one I had, so just wanted to show you guys. And another thing you guys can do too as well, which will also look really nice, if you go back to your main and you go back to your top text, go to blending options, go to gradient overlay, and then we're gonna go ahead and add, I like that one right there. So the color hexadecimal code for this is 186388, and then for the right one it's 00D8FF. So you can also just go ahead and just do the same thing, Control J, Control E, and this will look a little bit more nicer than just that plain solid text. So go ahead and cut that. Over to Smart Object, drag on your Smart Filter, And there we go, guys. And that should be it, guys. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. The PSD will be free in my Discord server. And I do apologize if the tutorial was really fast. I just wanted to make a simple header for you guys so that y'all can go ahead and follow along and pause if y'all need to. But if I didn't make it a little quick, it would have took really long. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys want to see next in my Discord server. I have a video idea section, so if you guys want to see anything, go ahead and just drop a comment down in there. And yeah, guys, thank you guys so much again, and I'll see you guys next video.